Hey everyone, my name is theSirhc and welcome back to another episode here on the Colonies. I'm back, baby. Had a wonderful little vacation, little holiday, and we're back, finally. Playing some Minecraft. I've actually been playing a little bit already. My vacation only lasted a week, and then this last week I was just kind of relaxing at home, getting back into the groove and not doing much of anything, except, like I said, doing some work here on the Colonies. This place is looking quite a bit different, and I am loving it. Thought we'd start out here in spectator mode so we could take a look. So, first off, you might notice we got some houses. We got some buildings here. I got these built up. They are empty at the moment, but we got some houses here. So we're starting to, get a look at what this place is going to look like. A little bit, at least on the south side. I've only been working over here. Over here and over here are still very empty. Although I guess I got the animal pens done. I got some cows over on here. I don't think they can get out. I'm not entirely sure. I think some of them have gotten out, but I might need to adjust the pens a little bit. Like that pig, I'm not sure if it was there or if it got out. I'm pretty sure there weren't any other pigs around here, but it's possible. Anyways, so yeah, I've been focusing on the south side, trying to get that done, and this is what we're going to be continuing to work on today. I got all of the walls done over here. This took a while. It took a lot of stone, but I am loving the way that it's looking. Went through and put some slabs wherever there's elevation changes so we don't have to hop down on the crops and break them. And I've spread out a lot of the crops here as well. So this south side it looks like it's all filled up. Still got to fill in the other sides, but over here we're doing pretty good. Now I do have this empty plot over here. Let's hop into survival and actually get things going here. I do have an empty plot over here. This is a new one, and I'm not sure what I want to put here. I just saw that we had a big empty space in this corner, and we needed to fill it up. So I put another piece of farmland. I'm not sure what I want to put because it did work out to where we have like every single crop on each side except for melons, but I don't think I need a lot of melons. So I'm fine with just having the one over there. I heard a zombie. Is there a zombie? Where is zombie? Maybe a cave underground? There might be a cave somewhere in here. I've probably covered it up. Yep. Sounds like he's underground. Anyways, that's why this wall isn't done, because this is a new one that I just added not too long ago, and I don't know what I want to put here, what crop I want to put here. But yeah, today what we need to do to kind of finish this south side up, in fact we could start working on it over here, is we need to get some paths in. If you saw from up above, it's looking very green over here, and we need to break that up. It's not looking the greatest. We got lots of green plants, we got all this green grass. We need to get some paths in here, and we're going to put some dirt paths for the most part. I think they're going to kind of transition to stone as they get closer to the city. So maybe once we get to like this point or over here, we'll start kind of incorporating some stone. I don't want to do too much because we do have the stone walls everywhere, but maybe the centers could start being stone, maybe even over here at this crossroads. Start incorporating some stone all the way up to here, and as we get closer to the city, we'll put more stone. So maybe by the time we get to this ramp, maybe it'll be a lot more stone going through here, and then we'll have some nice stone paths up in the city. We do have some empty spots like this one here. We're going to put a chicken coop over here, and I want to do some redstone-y stuff. I want to do something similar to what we have on our Stormy Isle, our Stormy Island, with the chicken nest, where it spits out eggs and just hatches chickens to roam around the island. I want to do something like that, except have them roam around in a little pen, and the eggs will come from a chicken coop. So we'll see some eggs sitting in their spots, and then they'll lay eggs, and the eggs will get thrown out into the coop. So that will be something maybe we'll work on next episode or something. We also have this area down here that I want to be a big fishing area. So I think there will be maybe a couple of small huts, not big houses like those, but just some smaller houses and a dock, maybe even a couple of docks, one going out that way and one going out that way. So we'll need to work on this area a bit. And I think I want to put a house out on that island as well, so we'll need to do that. But I think first off today is I want to switch out the ground in here, and I want to switch it out with some podzol. Now, I don't have a silk touch shovel. We could try and go get one, and maybe we will later on. But for right now, I want to try something in here, which I think we're going to have to break some of these plants in order to do. Oops, I broke that one. I guess that's fine. But what I want to try and do is plant some spruce saplings, because I think it still happens where if you grow a large spruce tree, it will create podzol around the ground. It'll convert the ground to podzol. But with spruce trees, you can't have anything around them, so we're going to have to break those plants. And I didn't grab any bone meal. Okay, let's give this a try. So if we grow this, which it should grow, is it not going to grow? Why isn't it growing here? That just ate up a lot of bone meal and it's not working. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Unless it's because of, like, that block or that block. I know you can't have anything next to it, and you might not be able to have anything... I can't remember. There was some really weird rules with spruce trees. There we go. I did it. I don't know why it wasn't working over here. It's probably something with the wall. So we can't quite do that close to the wall. I think I'm going to have to get a silk touch shovel to really do this well. But this works out pretty nicely because I actually need a lot of spruce wood. I've used up most of it building those houses. And yeah, I need to farm some more up. But also we have the podzol down there now, which is nice. And it just replaces all the grass. I really hope they keep that as a feature. I'm not sure if they're going to get rid of it or not, because people kind of speculated that it wasn't intended necessarily, but just it came about when they were redoing some of their generation settings, world generation stuff that they did with the 1.13 snapshots. Speaking of snapshots, that actually reminds me of the comment of the day. Today we're going to do 2 of them because I didn't do one last episode. Last episode, it was just kind of a short, quick update video telling you guys I was leaving. So yeah, I didn't bother to do a comment. So today we're going to do 2 of them. And the first one says, you've had trouble with the latest last snapshot 2. It hasn't crashed my game, but it's been really lagging me. What's the plan for next episode? Are you going to focus on the farm, or may there be something else? I think it cut off words for me again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's really weird. A lot of books, if I write too much, it'll cut off. But I've seen other people like read the same books, and it doesn't cut off the words. It's weird. Anyways, there are actually a lot of interesting factors involved in building your farm island. I was expecting to find the last 15 minutes boring, but they really weren't. I considered getting bored of 30 minutes focusing on just building, but after realizing how many different factors were going to be involved in building your island up, rivers, waterfalls, buildings, I'm actually really looking forward to the next episode. And that was from Zara, and that's really awesome to hear. We've done a lot of episodes about the snapshots recently, and I'm actually excited to get down into the building, kind of stop all these like update videos. Like, it's fun to do, and it's one reason why I love the doing the single player. Also, I realized if you break a stem that's attached to a melon, it doesn't give you a seed, but if you break one that's not, it gives you 2 seeds. So I should probably be breaking the melons first. Anyways, yeah, I love the single player because I can play in the snapshots, and I can check them out and do kind of snapshot videos instead of doing like them on their own, just kind of incorporate it into the series. But I feel like we haven't gotten a lot of stuff done, which is why I'm trying to get, trying to get going on this over here and get these farms built, get this island built up, because we've already spent a lot of time here. But I am in the latest snapshot. We're in 18W14B. I didn't update to the last one because we were getting some lag issues from the drowned zombies. but they have fixed that in this snapshot, the 14 snapshot. So now we're updated. They've added, I think the only real change they've added is sea pickles, which I'm kind of interested in. I guess they're like underwater lights. You can kind of group them together, sort of like the turtle eggs, and the more you group, the higher the light value. I believe. I haven't actually seen them at all or checked them out, but I think that's what I read. So those sound pretty interesting. We're not going to go check them out yet because that would involve me generating some new terrain to try and find them. I don't know if you can like bone meal the ground and just get them like you can seagrass. I'm kind of doubting you can't. So we'll have to go to some new terrain, and we might just wait to kind of delete our sea chunks again to get some of that new stuff closer by. And I hope today's kind of building episode is interesting for you all. I basically just want to get an episode out since it has been a while since I have done any videos. Because, as I said, I was on vacation. And what a lovely vacation it was. I went down to Phoenix, Arizona. I have an aunt and uncle who live down there. And I had so much fun. I did a bunch of hiking, which is one of my favorite things to do. I love getting outside and being outdoors. But down there, they have mountains everywhere. And beautiful trails. And just, I love just getting up high. And, it's a lot of work climbing to these high areas, but once you get up there, then you have this beautiful view of either Phoenix. I went on a lot of hikes just nearby, near Phoenix. And so I got a lot of views of the Phoenix area, but also I went on kind of a bigger hike farther out of town in Tonto National Park with my uncle. He took off work one day, and we went out during the day. We went up to Fremont Saddle. If anyone's from the area, they might know about that. And we got a really cool look of Weaver's Needle, which is this just big kind of rock tower in the middle of a valley. Not really a tower. It's got a really big wide base, but it's as it goes up, it gets really skinny, and it just looks really cool. And what a beautiful view up there. That was really awesome. I think I hiked pretty much every day, at least during the week. And then at the end of the week, before we went home, we went to the Grand Canyon and spent basically a day there. We got there maybe a couple hours before sunset on Saturday night, and then we spent Sunday there. And Sunday night we flew out. So we got to take a little look around on Saturday. Went to a few of the overlooks, which was pretty cool. I kind of got to see the sunset, although it was sort of cloudy, so we didn't get any real cool sunset views. But still, that was amazing. I can't. It's just mind-boggling how big and massive that is. It's really something that you need to see in person. I took so many photos, and I've been posting them some of them on my Instagram. A lot of panoramas, because it's the only way to really capture everything that's there, just the size of it. You take a small picture, and it's just you're just capturing such a small section of it. So I took hundreds. I probably took 100 panoramas, if not more. Of the area from all different locations. So I have a whole bunch of pictures that are very, very similar, but also, they're all kind of unique in their own way. Sadly, I didn't really get a chance to hike down into the canyon. That is definitely a goal of mine, to get back there and hike down into the canyon. Maybe even, spend a night down in there camping. But since we were kind of limited on time and I wasn't really prepared for that, we didn't do that. And if I go down in there, it's going down is obviously easy, but it's a bit of a hike to get back up and out of the canyon, and it's kind of a reverse mountain where the hardest part is on your return journey after you've already been hiking a lot. So it's not something that you can necessarily just, go out of the blue and do. But I did get to hike along the rim. I went probably 7 miles, I think. I walked along the south rim of Grand Canyon and just got lots of pictures, got right up to the edge in several different places, which was scary but awesome. And it's just... sometimes like my mind couldn't even comprehend, because you're looking like straight down almost a mile into the earth in just this giant hole. And it was really awesome. It was really amazing. And of course, as I was there, pretty much the whole time I was thinking, how can I do something like this in Minecraft, or something, how can I use this inspiration in Minecraft? That always seems to pop in my head. And I'm really not sure. The problem is Minecraft, like, I definitely want to do some sort of mesa canyon village, maybe sometime soon while the inspiration is still fresh. But part of the problem is that there's really no terrain like that in Minecraft. The Phoenix area or the Arizona area always reminds me of a lot of the game Creativerse, actually, which is another kind of another sandbox game, another voxel-based game like Minecraft. But they have a lot more kind of clays and stuccos, and they have sort of like brick tile roofs, or like clay tile roofs. It looks like, some of this is drying up. Why is that drying up? That's weird. I'm not sure why these are, unless maybe leaves got on top and turned them into regular soil. That could be. Anyways, but like the build style of Arizona and like the desert with all the stucco buildings and the clay tile roofs, you could do that pretty easily in Creativerse. It sort of has those blocks in the game. And also there's a canyon biome in Creativerse that is a lot more like the Grand Canyon. It's a lot steeper and a lot bigger than you get in Minecraft. And so whenever I go down there, I always think, it'd be fun to pick up Creativerse again. But there's some other problems with that game that will make me probably not go back to it anytime soon. But I am definitely looking forward to heading to the mesa here in this world and trying to do some sort of canyon build. Have a village in the canyon walls and put some farms down in the canyon floor. Oh, you can't actually till up podzol. I did not know that, actually. Let's pick that up and get this down. So I guess I'll have to dig this up as well. Get that put down. And let's see, there's one here and here and here. All right, so I'll get these planted again, and I think I'm gonna have to just get a silk touch shovel in order to finish this up. And I'm not sure if this was really any easier than just using a silk touch shovel to get podzol. So I think for the pumpkin patches, I'm gonna have to just go and gather up a bunch of podzol and switch the grass out instead of trying to grow the trees around here. Which, by the way, I don't want to do that, although I didn't know you could plant trees on tilled soil. I'm learning all sorts of things today. Let's get the melons in here. Well, I already burned up a lot of today's episode, so we're going to just work on these roads for the rest, and I have a few things to talk about yet. Number one, and I probably should have said this earlier, but I wanted to give a special thanks to Richard Hodge. He is the newest patron over on my Patreon at patreon.com/theSirhc. If you'd like to support the channel, you can head on over there and chuck in a few bucks, whatever you'd like to do. Obviously not required, but it certainly is appreciated. So thank you so much, Richard Hodge, newest patron. I don't really have a Patreon monument at the moment here on this server. I do still have the Patreon grove we built basically last season in the circus, but that's pretty far away. and I'd like to build a new one in our new world here. So hopefully we can. I still don't really have any concrete ideas for that yet. If you have any suggestions, let me know, but hopefully we can get something going there soon. The other thing I wanted to mention was, also I need to get you on the Discord, Mr. Richard Hodge. I will send you a message here soon. I kind of forgot about that while I was away on a holiday. But yeah, I'll need to do that, which I actually have another question. I've been sort of debating opening up a public Discord server for anyone who watches the channel to join. Just a place for us to discuss things. Because I gotta say, I do have a Patreon Discord, but it is not active at all. I don't have very many patrons, so it's not super useful. But I might create just a public Discord server, and then patrons would have like their own special roles. Maybe have a patron-only server in the Discord server, or patron-only chat room, whatever you'd call it. But let me know if you'd be interested in that, and I can get that put together. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is what to expect here from the channel in the next, coming weeks, months, whatever. Obviously, we'll be getting back to Decidedly Vanilla. That's probably going to be the next episode. Get back on there. I'm pretty excited. We kind of left after doing a sort of big prank, so I've kind of seen the retaliation, but not entirely, and I know a lot of stuff has been built on the server since we left, so we'll be getting back on there. But we sort of left off with a game called Staxel. I think we had 5 episodes of that. Was it 5? I think so, or was it only 3? I think we got to episode 5. I can't remember anymore. Maybe it was only 3. But it's been a long time since I played that. Whatever I recorded in like one session, and I haven't played the game since. So I'm a little kind of wary of going back to it. It was pretty fun, but I haven't really played the game, and I haven't been back to it. So I need to get back on there and play it and get back to recording. I was hoping to have a bunch pre-recorded for when I went away, but obviously that did not happen the way that I had wanted. But I was wondering if you guys would still be interested in that, basically. I'm kind of fine either way, going back to it or not. It definitely looks like an interesting game, but it's not something that I'm like chomping at the bit to get back to playing. But then again, I haven't really played it a whole lot, so it's not like I really got into it enough to be super motivated to play it. Also, while I was gone, theSirhc, a game that is basically a cartoony version of Ark, came out. It seemed to have released like right after I left, because I started seeing videos of it everywhere, and that looks really awesome. I've been interested in Ark since I first heard about it, but I never really got into it. But this really looks like it's up my alley, I guess. So I guess I'm just wondering if you guys would be interested in seeing me play that, because I'm a little interested in checking it out. And if there is interest from all of you, then I definitely will pick it up and start a series on that. And then the question is, do you want me to continue with Staxel and also do theSirhc, or maybe just kind of forget about Staxel since it's been so long and pick up theSirhc, or forget about theSirhc and pick up Staxel again? Not entirely sure what I want to do with that. Maybe I'll just have to try out theSirhc and get back into Staxel and see if I want to continue with these series. But there is our path, a starting of a path. It's very dirty. I wanted to put a lot of brown in here because, like I said, there's a lot of green already with all the crops that we have here, adding lots of green, and we still have some of this grass around the edge. But going with the coarse dirt to get that brown dirt path, and then mixing in some some brown concrete to get a little bit different texture. And the spruce wood, basically because we have, I'm using the spruce, slabs here in order to go up a block. And I think we'll get rid of that spruce block there. That's kind of the only reason why I'm incorporating spruce in here, so that it doesn't look quite as out of place when we use it to go up a block. And then a little bit of gravel just to add a slight color change. But I think that works out pretty nicely. And it seems I've run out of gravel, so this is as far as we're going to get today. I need to go do some resource gathering. I'm going to need a lot of that for the coarse dirt, and also to mix some gravel in here, and maybe to make some more. Oh no, yeah, you do need gravel for the concrete. Might need to make some more of that as well. I think I have 12 left, but this is kind of the gradient that we're going to be doing. So it's all just the dirt, concrete powder, gravel, and planks to here, and then we're gonna start mixing in some cobblestone going into here, and there'll be a little bit more gravel. The path will start to turn gray. Started with some andesite over here. There will still be some coarse dirt going through here until maybe we get like up into the town. I think there will be a little bit of coarse dirt, but it's going to turn mostly into the cobble, andesite, and gravel as we get up here. And maybe when we get into town, we'll mix in some more of the stone brick. And let's end off the episode with our other comment of the day. It says, ice can only spawn next to blocks. So if you mine away all the ice, it will only slowly spread outward from the islands, and it won't spread at all while unloaded. That's from Not So Gaming. And thank you for that tip. I kind of forgot that ice actually needed a block next to it to form. Let's hop into Spectator real quick. So last episode we were kind of talking about all this ice that now spawns in the frozen oceans, and I hate it. It's dumb because it spawns in such weird spots. And as you can see, we have a frozen ocean out here. The ice goes up to this very not frozen island here, so it doesn't make sense. And I feel like it's just going to put a damper on building. But since ice actually needs a solid block next to it to form, we can mine all this out. And as long as there's no blocks here in the ocean, it won't come back. And you can actually see like where the ice is now. That's basically the only spots that are going to freeze. So none of this is touching the island, which is nice. Which means we don't have to worry about ice like spreading from the island. So as long as we get rid of all of this, we shouldn't have a problem unless we build something out here like a boat. But if we do that, we can put some lighting around the outside of the boat to make sure that no ice starts, forming around it. Make sure it's bright enough for ice to not form. And then we shouldn't have any ice spreading throughout here. So that is definitely an awesome tip. And before we end off the episode, let's just take one last look, kind of a comparison. So that's what we are looking at now with the dirt roads, with the paths going through there. I think it's looking pretty nice, getting a little bit of mixture. Obviously, I think it would look a lot better if we got some of the podzol in there. Like that looks, I think that looks pretty neat. Get some of that brown dirt underneath those pumpkins. But anyways, we'll see you next time. Hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye, folks.